Hello and welcome to practice. The intention of this class today is to give you the opportunity to stretch out a bit. If your body's feeling tired from a previous exercise class or maybe even yoga practices, and you just want to move, not too much but just enough, this class is for you. So gather up anything that you might like to have for your practice and then come back and meet me on your mat in a Sirsasana, a cross-legged easy seat. And as you get there, take a few moments to get situated. Maybe slide a blanket underneath your hips. Do whatever you need to do to feel comfortable, supported, so that you can just be. Allow yourself a few cleansing breaths to begin. Notice how you feel physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And allow the acknowledgement of that to guide your practice today. Knowing that whatever you have shown up with on the mat with today is enough. And you are always enough. And then when you're ready, whether you blink your eyes open or keep them closed, it's entirely up to you. Bring your hands over towards your knees and then just start to wave the spine forwards and backwards like you're moving through a few gentle cat-cows. And just allowing yourself to feel how your spine is moving today. Sometimes I like to do things like this with my eyes closed and just allow myself to feel. So just do this a few more times. Just maybe making the movement just a little bit bigger. Pausing and lingering in any spot that feels interesting to you. And the next time that your heart is forward, fold over the top of your shins. Take a couple of breaths here. Keeping the right forearm or right hand down. Inhale, twist the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, left forearm down. Inhale, twist right arm to the space above you. Exhale, right forearm down. And switch, left arm up. And switch, right arm up. One more time, switch, left arm up. And switch, right arm up. And then fold. And then rise back up. Inhale, reach the arms up to the space above you. Seeing if you can get a bit longer into your side waists as you pin your hips towards the ground. And then bend your left elbow, catch it with your right hand. See if you can bring your left hand to that little area between your shoulder blades. And then give it a little bit of a tug so you can feel a stretch into your left tricep. And then take your gaze to the right. When I take my gaze right, it gives me a bit more of a stretch into my neck as well. Just breathe into the back of your left arm. One more breath in. One more breath out. Let that go. Shake it out if you need to. Lean back just enough so that you can recross the other shin in front. And then when you're ready, same, hands to knees, and then just start to wave the spine through those cat-cows. Making these movements as big or as small as feels nice to you. Feeling the ability to round into your spine, to roll the shoulders onto your back body as you pull your heart forward. And again, if it feels nice to close your eyes as you do this, feel free. And the next time that your heart is forward, let yourself melt. Finding a fold over top of your shins. 2 breaths. Keep the left forearm where it is. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, return right forearm to earth. Left arm reaches high. Left forearm returns. Right arm reaches high. Right forearm returns. Left arm reaches high. One more time each side. Left arm down. Right arm up. Right arm down. Left arm up. Left arm returns to earth and you fold. Rise back up. Inhale, reach the arms high. Get a little longer, a little taller. And then bend your right elbow, catch it with your left hand. Again, right fingers come to the space between your shoulder blades. Give your right elbow a little tug and then take your gaze to the left. A couple of breaths here into the back of your right arm. And then when you've finished, let that go. Roll the shoulders a couple of times if that feels nice. And then when you've finished, reach the right leg out long, left foot pulls in towards the inseam of your right leg, Janu. And then frame your right shin with your fingertips. And then simply start to pulse your chest towards your right shin. And as you pulse your chest, you're not seeking any particular depth. You're just feeling the ability to move, to pulse, to create sensation through movement and breath and awareness. And then we'll pulse for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise, plant your left hand behind your left hip. Drive into your left shin and right foot. Press your hips up as you roll your right shoulder open. Left shoulder rolls onto back body. Heart and hips lift. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, let the hips come all the way back down. And again, frame your right shin with your fingertips and begin to pulse. Breathe. Feel the underside of your right leg getting longer. And we'll pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise, plant left hand behind the body. And again, hips and heart lift. Right shoulder rolls open. Take one more inhale. Exhale, lower your hips back down to the earth. And then from here, I want you to find a 90-90. So you're going to bend your right knee. You're going to create a little space between your left heel and your right knee. And then you're going to plant your left hand behind your left hip. And again, circle sweep right arm up and over as you press your hips out and forward. Breathing into your right side body. Exhale, lower your hips all the way down. And now pick up your right foot. Shimmy it to the outside of your left knee. And then from here, wrap your hands around your right knee and then just simply wiggle about a bit. So you're not creating any kind of strict structure or rigid shape of any kind. I just want you to kind of just move and rock around a little bit. You can also straighten out your left leg if you want to. Or if you want to come along with me and find a tailor stretch, drop your left forearm down. And then maybe your right hand comes to your right thigh, and then simply play with this rocking motion here too. It's almost like you've created a figure of 4 with your right ankle on your left knee, and I'm just kind of nudging my right leg wider and then bringing it back. Just kind of like riding the edge and then coming back out of it. Just do what feels good to you ultimately. Remembering that if you find something that feels interesting, then you're more than welcome to pause there and breathe. And then when you've finished, rise back up. And we'll take this into a twist of some kind. So if you want, you can keep your left heel pulling in, or like I said before, you can reach your left leg long. I've got a blanket underneath my hips because my right sit bone doesn't want to ground in this position. I'm going to wrap my arms around my right leg, pull it in towards my chest. I'm actually going to use my right hand on the top of my right thigh to leverage myself into my twist as I start to twist over my right shoulder. Take a few breaths here. Ultimately, I want this class to feel good in your body, so just do whatever your body is asking for. Unravel the legs, come back into that 90-90 position, adjust as needed, left hand plants behind left hip. Press your hips out and forward, heart and hips lift. Beautiful, take one more breath in, one more breath out, lower the hips down. And then from here, we're simply gonna switch sides, left leg goes long, Janu side 2. Set yourself up, framing your left shin, and then begin the pulsing action. Just softly pulsing the heart towards the shin. And we'll pulse here for about another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up, plant the right hand behind the body, and then press your hips up. Open your heart to the sky. Exhale, bring it back. Frame the left shin, and then begin the pulsing. I love these pulsing motions because they really allow me to move into my body. And we'll pulse for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the chest, plant the right hand behind the body, and then again, heart and hips to sky, left shoulder rolls open, reach through your left fingertips. And then exhale, lower hips back down, have a seat, and then set yourself up in your 90-90. So see if you can create a little space between your left knee and your right heel. It doesn't have to be a strict 90-90, but just a 90-90-ish shape. And then plant your right hand again behind your right hip. Press your hips forward. Just a slightly different sensation here in this shape as you open heart and hips. Base into your right thumb. And then lower your hips back down. And then you're going to take your left foot, step it to the outside of your right knee. And again, just find a little rock. Just a little rocking motion. I love to move around in my stretches. Hope you guys feel the benefit too as you do this practice with me. And then maybe you drop your right forearm down, left hand to the inside of your left thigh, and then find that rocking motion again here, just nudging it open and bringing it back. It's like a figure of 4 stretch, but just a very different variation of it. Remembering to breathe, to pause and linger where it feels good. And then when you're ready to bring it back, sit back upright and turn it into a twist. You can always lengthen the right leg forward if you want to. And then I'm going to wrap my right arm around my left leg. My left hand will come to the top of my right thigh, and that is going to create the leverage for me to twist from. Breathe. Really breathe into the outer lining of your left leg. And then unravel the legs, and I'll meet you in a tabletop position. So bring your hands down onto the ground, knees under hips, grip the earth, circle your heart over wrists a few times. Just playing into the wrists a little bit. Not really going to be doing a huge amount on our hands today, but it's always nice just to take this second here, just to invite them into the equation. And then when you're ready from there, tuck the toes under. Maybe you bring your big toes together to touch. Press your hips back. And then maybe here you pulse here as well. So it's not like we're moving into a full toes pose, but just press your toes into the ground as you pulse your hips back a few times. Hopefully you'll feel a bit of a stretch into the soles of your feet. And if you want more here, you can lift all the way up into your toes pose. A couple of breaths where you are. Breathe into the soles of your feet. And then from there, you guys, I'll meet you in a downward facing dog. Plant the palms, tuck the toes, lift the hips. As you get there, pedal out as you usually do. Getting long into the spine, long in your side bodies, and long into the back line of your legs. Take a moment of stillness in your dog, rooting into the thumbs, hips lifting up towards the sky. And then inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees till they almost tap the ground. From there, drive the hips back up high and then unravel all the way forward into your high plank pose. Once you find high plank, drop the knees, think cow pose. As you drop the belly, start to press yourself back into your dog. Beautiful. And again, inhale, lift the heels high, bend the knees till they almost tap the ground. Drive the hips up to the highest point, unravel all the way forward into your high plank pose, engage in your core. Once you find your high plank, you can drop the knees or bring them to a hover. Think cow pose and let that pull you back into dog. We have one more like that. Inhale, lift the heels high. Bend the knees deeply, they almost tap the ground. You drive the hips back up, unravel forward into your high plank. And then the knees drop or they come to a hover as you cruise back through cow into your downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. From your dog, inhale, lift the heels high, bend the knees. Pull yourself forward into your high plank pose. When you get there, drop the knees down, tabletop. From your tabletop position, swing your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Hop up onto your fingertips as you untuck the back left toes. Take a second here to sway into your hips a little bit. Just imagining that the left hip could unfurl a little bit closer towards the top edge of your mat. Imagine that the heart and the collarbones could reach long out in front of you. And then plant your left hand, right hand comes to the inside of your right leg, and then nudge it open, roll into the pinky toe side edge of your right foot. Maybe you look over your right shoulder, and then bring it back to center. And again, nudge it open. Bring it back to center. The exhale takes it wide. Inhale back to center. 2 more. Exhale drives it wide. Inhale back to center. Last one. Exhale drives it wide. Maybe you pause there. Maybe you turn and gaze over your right shoulder. And then exhale, bring it all the way back through center, half splits. You can always slide the blocks underneath your hands. And as you pulse your hips back into your half splits, feel free to turn this into a pulsing motion. Maybe you frame your right shin, maybe you fold middle, but either way, see if you can gently pulse your chest toward your shin. Just feeling this moving quality to this moment in your body. If you want to take a couple of breaths, pausing and lingering in your half splits, let that be yours. And then when you've finished, bend the right knee, plant the palms and step back into downward facing dog. As you get there, inhale, lift heels, bend knees. Wave your spine into high plank. As you get there, the knees drop down and the left foot steps to the outside of the left hand. Hop up onto your fingertips as you move your hips forward, untuck the back right toes, and then again, just take a few sways into the hips, just shimmy in from left to right a little bit, almost like you were trying to kind of like move your right hip a little bit further forward. And then plant the right hand, bring your left hand to the inside of your left leg, and then drive it wide, rolling to the pinky toe side edge of the left foot, strong into the right hand. Maybe your gaze goes to the left, and then bring it back through center. Exhale, drive it wide. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, drive it wide. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, drive it wide. Inhale, bring it back. This is the last one. Exhale, drive it wide. Maybe you pause there for a moment. Maybe you gaze over your left shoulder. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Everything comes back through center. Half splits, pull the left leg straight-ish. And maybe you bubble in and out a couple of times, and then eventually, as you slide the hips back, you start to pulse your chest towards the shin. Just this soft pulsing movement. And as I do these pulses, I'm focusing on trying to keep the gap between my belly and my left thigh as close as I can. And then maybe you find a little stillness. Really tune into your body, how it feels. And then when you're ready, bend your left knee, plant the palms, and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. As you get back to dog, lower your knees to the ground. Untuck the toes, child's pose, sit the hips back. From your child's pose, think cat pose as you tuck your chin to your chest. Round your body forward through your cat-shaped spine. And then when you get your shoulders over the tops of your wrists, look forward, start to bend the elbows. The pelvis weighs heavy, you unravel into a soft upward facing dog. The thighs stay down. Maybe there's a generous bend in the elbows, rolling your shoulders onto your back body, heart is forward. And then exhale, cruise back into your child's. From your child's downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, inhale, sweep the right leg up towards the sky. Bend your right knee. Exhale, right foot travels all the way to the outside of your right hand. Drop the left knee down. Inhale, twist and reach your right arm up towards the sky. Beautiful. On your exhale, the right hand comes down. Pick up the back knee as you fold to the middle. Maybe you pull your right toes towards your face. Maybe you pulse a little bit here too. Bend your right knee, all 10 toes, pivot to the left, your wide-legged forward fold variation as you melt down the middle. Inhale, lift the chest to a halfway lift, plant the right hand. Inhale, twist and reach your left arm high. Exhale, left hand returns to the earth. Inhale, twist left arm to sky. Exhale, left hand returns to earth. Inhale, twist left arm high. Exhale, this time left arm threads under the right. It catches your right ankle, and then maybe you twist and reach your right arm up towards the sky. Breathe into this twist. One more inhale here. Exhale, unravel through center. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Crawl all the way back to the top of the mat. Plant the palms. Right foot meets left, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweeps the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, left foot travels to the outside of the left hand, right knee wiggles to the earth. Inhale, twist and reach, left arm high. Maybe you gaze up towards your left thumb. Exhale, left hand down, pick up the back knee and you fold to the middle. Maybe left toes pull towards the face, maybe you softly pulse. Bend your left knee, all 10 toes pivot right, wide-legged forward fold, and you melt. Let the back of the neck be long, let the head be heavy. Inhale, lifts the chest halfway. Plant your left hand underneath your heart. Inhale, twist and reach, right arm up. Exhale, right hand returns. And again, inhale, reach, right arm up. Exhale, right hand returns. Last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, thread right arm underneath left. It catches your left ankle. And maybe you twist your left arm high. Breathing here, you guys. Let the next exhale unravel the twist through center. Take a moment there to melt middle. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Crawl back to the top of the mat, plant the palms. Left foot meets right, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, wave your spine forward into high plank pose. Stay, or maybe the pelvis weighs heavy. You find a modified upward facing dog. Toes are tucked, shoulders on back body, glutes are engaged. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, reach the right leg up towards the sky. Bend your right knee. Exhale, deliver your right foot to the outside of your right hand. The left knee stays lifted this time. Inhale, twist and reach the right arm high. Exhale, drop the back knee. Pull your left heel in towards your butt and reach back with your right fingers to reach, to tap, or to catch the left foot. Your choice, yogis. Either way, let the right thigh spiral open to the pinky toe side edge of the right foot. Maybe gaze over your right shoulder. One more breath in. Exhale, release the back foot, all 10 toes pivot left. Your wide-legged forward fold. You melt down the middle. Inhale, lift the chest, plant the right hand. Twist and reach left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, left arm threads under the right. Maybe it catches your right ankle and the right arm can twist up towards the sky. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, release the twist. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, crawl all the way back to the top of the mat. Find a long lizard lunge. Reach your fingertips towards the top of the mat. Reach your left big toe towards the back of the mat. Get as low and as long as you can in this moment. Try to reach the heart forward, stay here, or drop your right forearm down. Maybe you drop your left forearm down. Maybe you drop the back knee down, right? You find your variation. One more breath in. And then press up onto your palms on your exhale. Right foot meets left, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweeps the left leg high. Exhale, left foot to the outside of the left hand, right knee stays lifted. Inhale, twists the left arm up. Exhale, drop the back knee. Squeeze the back heel in towards your butt, reach back towards it. Maybe you tap, maybe you catch, maybe you reach. Either way, Allow the left thigh to spiral open. Allow the heart to spiral open. On your next exhale, let that go. Pivot into wide-legged forward fold. Everything turns to the right. And you melt down the middle. Inhale, lifts the chest halfway. Plant the left hand and twist your right arm high. Beautiful. Exhale, threads the right arm underneath the left. Maybe it catches your left ankle. And maybe the left arm twists up towards the sky as you pull your chest towards your left shin. Breathe. The exhale unravels a twist through center. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale all the way to the top of the mat. Find your long lizard lunge. Your right big toe reaches to the back of the mat. Your fingertips are stretching towards the top of the mat. Your hips are heavy. Your back leg is strong. Maybe you drop down to left forearm. Maybe you drop down to your right forearm. But wherever you are, reach your heart forward if you can. Breathe. Press up onto your palms. Left foot meets right, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift heels, bend knees. Wave the spine forward into high plank. And then maybe the pelvis starts to weigh heavy towards the backs of the wrists. Shoulders on back body. Heart reaches forward. Glutes are engaged. Upward facing dog. Exhale brings you back into your downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. From here, you guys, I'll meet you in a seat, however you want to get there. Let the journey be yours. And as you find your way into your seat, set yourself up for reverse tabletop. Fingertips could be pointing in, out or back, whatever feels good to you. Wherever you are, bend and straighten the elbows a couple of times and then roll the shoulders onto your back body, heart lifts. And then on your next exhale, drive down into your feet and the palms, lift the hips. Squeeze the glutes, lower the hips. Lift the hips, lower the hips. Lift the hips, lower the hips. The last one we're going to hold, you have the option to extend the legs. Either way, you guys, on your next exhale, lift the hips and hold there for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, lower the hips on 1. Good job. And then take your feet wide into a bear sit. Maybe you point the fingertips behind your body and then just simply allow the shape of the legs to fall from left to right a few times. Trying to keep your heart and hips forward if you can. We're not doing anything too strict and structured, just a bit of movement. And then when you've finished, I'm going to meet you in a straddle. Feel free to sit on a blanket. It could be more of a V, it could be more of a straddle. Wherever you are, let the legs be active, get long into the underside of your heels, and then frame your left shin. And begin to pulse again. Just gently pulsing the chest towards the shin. A few times here. And then get low with the chest. Hold for a moment. And then move through center, stay low with the chest. And then shimmy over towards the right, frame the shin, and start to pulse again. Breathe. Good. Stay low with the chest. Hold. And then move back through center, keeping the chest low if you can, maybe a soft pulse to the middle. And then we'll just move over towards the left again. We'll pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low with the chest. stay low and move through center. And then to the right, frame the shin and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low with the chest. You fold. And then come back through center. Stretch out through the underside of your heels and melt down the middle. Three breaths, you guys. Just allow yourself to recover, to restore from the week, the day, whatever you need. Just recently, I've enjoyed coming to my mat and practicing in this way, especially when my body's been tired. And even though part of me wants to really push myself and, flow around a bit more, sometimes practices like these are exactly what the body needs. Just enough movement, but not too much. And then when you've finished, you guys, rise up and I'll meet you laying on your backs. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice little rock from side to side. Maybe take your knees out and around in a few circles. And then from there, you guys, Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knee go wide. This could either be your Shavasana today, or you could spend a few breaths here and then lengthen the legs out into Shavasana. But whatever you choose to do, I encourage you to spend at least 2 to 3 minutes in a Shavasana so that you can truly replenish and receive all that you need from this moment. Letting go of the breath and the need to control anything. Just allowing yourself to find the beauty in whatever this moment has to offer. It could be a softness. It could be a sense of joy. It could be peace or subtle messages from within. Whatever you find, let yourself be open to receive. Allow yourself to be in grace and gratitude for your body, for your practice today, and for this time on your mats. This is where I'm going to leave you. Feel free to stay here for as long as you like. Thank you for choosing to practice with me. It's a privilege to share this space with you. Until I see you again, have an amazing rest of your day. Namaste.